What's good, y'all? Episode 2. Hey, let's keep this thing just going and going, y'all. Five Strategy Fridays once again. Now, I know I talked about last week was budgeting, retirement, investing, estate planning. But today, I'm really going to talk about budgeting. Why is it important to budget? How to budget? Little tricks and stuff on how to stay consistent with your budgeting because budgeting is so important. That's really how you save, how you pay stuff off. That's how you can really get ahead of the game and you're controlling your money with budgeting. Most people don't even know that. Like when you're budgeting, you're controlling like the market, right? So, and with budgeting, you should know where all your expenses is coming at, and you should know where every dollar is coming in at, right? So you should know how much money you getting paid through your 9 to 5 side hustles and jobs, and you should also know how much money is getting taken out of them side hustles, main jobs, expenses, right? So that's what is so important, and this is gonna be a good video for y'all. So don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment, right? Let me know how y'all how y'all feel about this video or some other topics y'all want to learn about, right? This is going to be a great channel for people that just trying to understand financial literacy, and I'm going to go into more in-depth topics too about like the 10K report, like just different stuff on like long-term budgeting, crypto. So this is going to be a great channel. So really just stick around and really just watch how this will change your life, but even my life as well, right? Because this is a growing environment for everyone, okay? So with that being said, man, I'm gonna go and share my screen. The name of the game is ownership, y'all. And how we get that is through budgeting. Budgeting is so important and it's so slept on for real, y'all. Like this is literally how people become debt free, how people pay off their houses, how people fund these vacations is through budgeting, right? That's why it's so important because with budgeting, it actually gives you control over your money and over your time because you knowing where every dollar is going and you know when every dollar is getting taken out. So that's very, very important. So, why is budgeting important? Budgeting is important because we all have goals that we want to reach. We all want to do stuff in life. We all want to have that vacation. We all want to be debt free. We all want to have a nice house, a nice car, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having these nice things in this life. But you don't want to look car rich. You don't want to look house rich. You don't want to look even vacation rich, right? That's not the goal at all. Like the goal is to have complete control over your time and your finances, right? So here's just why budgeting is important because if you have a strong why, then it's going to make you want to keep your word to yourself about your budgeting goal, and it's gonna make you think twice about purchases too. Like, wow, like man, I know I'm on this budget. Can I really afford this? Is it really worth it? Will this bring a return on an investment if I was to buy this, right? So also we have to understand with budgeting too, there's gonna be a sacrifice, right? There's not gonna always be like okay, I'm a budget, I can still have fun on the weekends, and I can still pay for this. No, like there probably gonna have to be some cutbacks and some sacrificing going on just through this time, just so you can be in a in a situation where you're 6 months to 1 year of living expense, right? So you basically have all your expenses tallied up, times that by 6 or even a year, and you have that in a savings account. I use so a high yield savings account. There's our pretty good ones. I seen some as high as 5%, 4%. So that's pretty good compared to a savings account where you get 0.0001% So right. So also that with budgeting, like I mentioned, it just builds that security, and there's nothing like having like a cushion of money put up, now that gives you the breathing room to invest into more stocks, invest into more crypto, probably fund your life insurance or long-term accounts, right? So once you have a good budget and you understand where your money is going, now you can step into that another tier of, okay, now let me invest my money, right? So how to start budgeting, right? Now, this is key, right? So you're going to track all your income, right? So let's just say if you get paid 9 to 5, right? Or you do DoorDash, okay, you work with uncle on the weekends, right? Like, so you get the point, right? List all your assets, all the incomes, right? List them all, and then list the expenses like car note, list like these music subscriptions and insurance. So those are like a few incomes of a few expenses, but you can do like the rest on your own. Tally up all your expenses, right? And then you're gonna tally up all your incomes, and then so let's just say, just for um, demonstration purposes, let's just say all together I make 1,000, okay? And then right here for easy math, let's say my expenses is 500. So now I'm profit. I know you're probably thinking like, why you left with 500? But it's just profit 500, right? Now with that, right? Now we can see what needs we have, like debt free, vacation, invest more, right? Like this don't only have to be, oh, if I'm in debt, then I only have to budget, or I only budget when I'm trying to save for something. No, you always budget. You always understand where every dollar is going, right? So now once you tally up your income, so we tally up the income, we tally up the expense. Now we see, okay, so now we left with the $500. Now let's see, all right, do we want to put a little portion into vacation, a little portion into savings, right? And then this is the part where you probably not gonna we probably gonna cut down on like going out to eat, or getting these clothes, or just cut down on buying expenses, and really just stacking up on all the assets, or just stacking up all our incomes and just paying for our needs, right? Wants can wait, and let's start getting this cash flow ready, right? So here are different types of budgeting methods. So we got the 50-30-20 rule. This is very popular, right? So you got 50% of income to needs, 30% to wants, and then 20% to savings and debt repayments. Now, this is a good method because it's like you're diversifying your money into all parts, right? Like you got your wants, you got your needs, then you got some going towards like your debt or credit cards, student loans, whatever. And then we have another budgeting method where it's the zero base, right? So just like how I showed y'all before, you tally up all your incomes, you tally up all your expenses. But the thing is, you are literally giving your money a direction. So you're gonna balance out zero. So I know that we seen that it was $500 left. I would have to put like $100 towards the wedding, towards like wedding, $100 towards like gas, $100 towards whatever, until I'm zero to zero, right? So that's pretty good too, because you are really telling your money, hey, this going here, this going here. I'm left with this, and then like the rest is good. So I mean, they're both as good budgeting methods. It just depends on your budgeting style. And then now this is like people use this, people don't, but it's like an envelope system. So they may have like 100 envelopes. They may label them 1 to 100, and then they'll have it like in this like little case or whatever, and then they'll pull out each week. It might say 30, so they put $30 in there. Next week it might say 100, put $100 in there. It might say 99, then you put 99 in there. So that's is a good way of budgeting too, right? But personally, my favorite method and how I budget is I do a zero base method, because I like to tell my money where to go, not my money telling me where to go, right? So when I get paid, it don't just go straight to, oh, I gotta pay my car note, I gotta pay rent. No, my money goes to paying like the life insurance, paying long-term accounts, uh giving some into some options, paying paying myself either like through funding different ways of like trying to build credit. Then I pay off my expenses, right? So that's how you control your money. That's how you control your time and your freedom. So just here are some tips to sticking with your budget, right? Set realistic goals, right? Don't say, like, don't be like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna be debt free. I'm gonna pay all this off. I'm gonna do all this and do this in 6 months. Like, be realistic with yourself, right? And it's okay. Like, just start with one major goal at a time, and just keep climbing, and then just keep getting better, and then that will give you the motivation to keep budgeting, keep knocking down your goals, right? So, and then with also like the realistic goals, you want to set up um check-ins with yourself, right? So I do every 4 times out the year. So every quarter I would check in. I would look at my bank statements. I would look at my really all my bank statements for my credit cards, for my check-ins, and I would look to see where has certain categories spiked, right? Did food, vacation wise, right? Because I like to know where my money is going. That gives me, like I said in the beginning of this video, it's all about ownership. So if you can control the money that you making right now, and then when God bless you with an abundance, because He see you being disciplined, He see you managing, budgeting, right? Like people don't get rich off accident. You have to budget, you have to plan, and you have to do your due diligence, right? So, and you also want to use technology too, right? Like take advantage of AI, take advantage of these budgeting apps, right? Like you can do like the old school fashion way, how I showed you, but there are also like some apps that you can use, and you can plug in all your information, and like some will like track with your checking account, so it's up to date on where you at with your budgeting goals, give you reminders, set notifications. And don't feel bad about this, because I know this is something that we're not taught about. So don't be afraid to look at your bank statements and see how you can improve, because that is the goal. Hey, so it's not about competing with the next person. It's about competing with yourself and getting better than yesterday, than last year, and so forth, right? And you want to reward your progress. Like, man, when I was in debt and I paid my debt off, I took me a trip. Like, it wasn't no crazy lavish trip, but it was just something like, wow, like, man, I was being disciplined. I told myself that, hey, um, like, if I can't pay this off in 30 days, do I need it? Right? So if I can't pay this off in 30 days, I did not charge my credit card. And that saved me from a lot of purchases. And I kept a lot of money in my pocket too. So just thinking about purchases, can I pay this off in 30 days? Just controlling your time, right? So that's pretty much it, man. That's what I wanted to leave y'all with today, is budgeting. And understand, man, that this is how you control your time, control your future, right? Because after you really is debt free. That's really the goal, y'all, is to budget so you can be debt free. Because now, once you're debt free, now you can save for that 6 months to 1 year living expense. Then you can invest like crazy. You can invest into long term accounts like life insurance, retirement accounts like Roth IRA. So then once you start building like your long term accounts up, once those are on auto pay, and they're rolling each month, now you can focus on, okay, what type of business I want to do. invest into the market, short term, trade, do options, right? But it's all about building that foundation first. And building that foundation starts with budgeting because it shows you where you spend your money at, how you can cut back on certain expenses to use that money to now pay off debt or to I don't know, get an apartment, whatever your goals or why is. But after you do that, you're in a better spot because the goal is not to use credit for liabilities, but to use credit for assets, right? And if we not budgeting and we don't have money, then we're going to use our credit cards. Like we're just going to use our credit cards. So let me know what y'all think, man. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Peace.